Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Never mind the furthermore is brought to you by a generous sponsorship and possible shenanigans later out of our dear friends over at indecd.org. My dear buddy Joe Bachman, who is now probably reeling in absolute agony from my lovely let's get this party started wake up, is keeping the lights on and threatening me with a good time that he knows I'll take him up on. I'm going to tell you guys, his beard's looking luxurious these days, full on Watsonian. But that being said, the Independent Creator Directory is your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, creators, flatters, folks who can help your graphic art or literary project come to life, musicians, music creators who can let you get around those pesky problems that we so often have with them coming after the ownership of music. There are a lot of people who can help you make your dreams come true. And if you are a creator looking for a home in this tumultuous tidal wave of idiocy by the billionaires who run amok, look, there isn't an algorithm running that show. It's Joe. I know him. He wears high-vis shirts and likes mint chocolate cereals. This is a place where you could be safe, friends. I don't actually promote a lot of services. This is one I promote. And yes, they do cover my StreamYard service. I take that begrudgingly, largely because Joe knows where I live, and if I didn't accept his courtesy, he would knock on my door and do heinous things to me that I have not asked for. So, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, with that, I have to remind you, we are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear. Your best shot at going from so you've never held a sword to I want to learn how to sword fight. You're also it tried to run away, but it didn't get away. Highlighting Through the Thinning Veil, 7 scary stories taken from my time as a paranormal consultant. Well, some of them are absolute fiction. It's up to you to figure out which is which. Great fun, quick reads, because we need that. Who has time? Now, while we're at it, I'm going to actually put my banners on like a professional because I do know how to start my own show. Oh, and then I'm going to realize that I'm running the banners for the Historical Fencing Guild and go to the proper banner. Not that I have any issue with either, but we're going to keep things rolling. Speaking of rolling, let's get right into accountability. You'll note that I'm not currently flying my colors. That's because I've had an incredibly unusual morning start. None of which really applies to you, but it has been an exciting weekend for yours truly. The reappearance of my lovely neighbor required a emergency room visit, so I got to go to the wonderful ER of the IU Arnett in Lafayette. It's a big hospital. I took him down there for some of his health problems, and because no one else would. This matters because I spent about 8 hours down there, and huge shout out to the staff. They did their best to take care of him, and we got the start of some answers to help him be on his way. But they were filled up so much that we were actually in a little private room in the ambulance bay, cordoned off, and they had tents set up outside. So I don't know if it's just the cold snap making everyone who could have the cold flu or whatever have the cold flu or whatever. But friends, it might not be a bad time to pull out those masks from retirement and avoid crowds, if only we'd been trained in how to do that. Now, I do need to address some people really, really wanted me to bring the two newer cats onto the show today. Because anybody who caught the green room got to see my other cats. However, they are currently in Brazil, Indiana. I had to let that one hang for a second. Because my wife found that was the cheapest place to get them neutered. And yes, it was cheaper to drive all the way down to Brazil, Indiana, and get them neutered. So she is on a merry adventure somewhere near Terre Haute about this time of day. And I miss her and I love her and I hope everything is going well. Creatively, I have tinkered a little bit. I had a good spurt of getting work done on Haints and Hellfire. Now, I'm currently on a really weird place because part of what feeds my creative process, friends, is the couple beta readers that I allow to read access to my works in progress yelling at me because, okay, they've gotten so far in the story and they slammed into the end and they want more. They're the schadenfreude of knowing that they're suffering just delights me enough that I can usually write some more afterwards. However, in a unexpected and totally problematic strike, both Trelena and Amanda are on strike of reading the story until I finish the story. This is nightmarish. It is not right, friends. So I know they are behind. And I tell them, you are missing stuff. And like, we're not reading till you finish. I'm not sure how this method of motivation is going to work. My innate nature, because I am at heart a benevolent dictator, is to crush all opposition. But at the same time, it's kind of adorable. So it's problematic. I'm sure Joe is not at all involved in this because it's chaotic and underhanded. And I'm totally sure he couldn't be in the background going like this. But
I would never do such a
thing. Remember, Joe is watching you. Joe is watching us on your Wi-Fi. On your Wi-Fi. Joe is watching you. You better be good because he knows Santa Claus. No, now, I also want to give a brief announcement/reminder. This is a very, 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 very special October in that Friday, the 13th, is happening in October, which by my definition means I'm getting 2 Halloweens, friends. This delights my black little heart. And it may encourage some more of the creativity that I've been really needing to do. But we're going to have some parties and art, and it's going to be a good time. So I am going to probably do a cursed Friday the 13th stream for my other show, the Historical Fencing Guild Friday night. Although what that means, even I'm not sure of, but Lydia is looking at me like she knows. And I think Lydia always knows, which is a little problematic. Anyhow, friends, I hope you're staying creative. I hope you're staying warm. We are dealing with cold snaps enough that we did not turn the boiler on, but it started singing the song of its people at maximum turned offedness. This morning, it sounded like a faint banjo being played in my kitchen. I will tell you, waking up, realizing your wife has gone several hours ahead of you, coming out and hearing what sounds eerily like a faint banjo being plucked tunelessly in your kitchen is enough to make one ponder. However, fortunately, I've debunked a lot of things. You will see a spike in paranormal reports from people who have boilers right now because they like to make sounds like balls bouncing down halls or people walking on stairs as the air bubbles and things rattle around. It's a fairly common thing. Be kind to your plumbers and be kind to your paranormal investigators and consultants this time of year when they tell you you're not haunted, you just have a boiler. With that, even though it's a little early, I think I'm going to run Joe's ad, and then we're going to hit the comments because you all are spicy today, and I want to get back. Plus, I feel a little out of uniform. So give me a moment. We'll go here.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with the Independent Creator Directory, and we're going to talk about what is the Independent Creators Directory today. Well, this was created so that creators of various disciplines could have a space to list links to their works to promote themselves and also promote other creators that they know. This also gives them a way of having all their links stored so that if by chance they get the ban hammer from any of the major social media networks, they still have a place they can send people to be able to look at what they've created. To become a member, just go to indiecd.org, click on Become a Member in the top right. It's a $20 lifetime fee that also includes updates to your page whenever you have new works that come out. All you have to do is contact me. I am the one that sets up your page for you. I am also the one that does all the updates for you. You'll also have access to the back end for a blog if you're wanting that feature. And I can also guarantee you access to the calendar to be able to add in any events that you may be going to. For any other questions you may have, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook page, or by emailing me at jbachman@indiecd.org. Thank you and have a great day.
Yep, every day is a little bit better with Joe Bachman, and I feel a bit better because if I'm not wearing a shirt as loud as my intro when I'm broadcasting, I don't feel like I'm doing my job. Now, speaking of doing my job, I shall start my job with my lovely chat. First through the door is Alex Creations, off to the doctors, later hall. Well, Alec, I hope you are back in time to see this now that I've gotten to you. If not, well, that's okay too. I hope you have a wonderful day. And hey, Luke Stone Studios, you know what? I'm just going to say the king of fundmycomic.com has graced us with his presence. First or second? It looks like you are second there, Luke, but you are first in the world of unattached crowdfunding. How are you doing, sir? Good morning, everyone. Hey, Alec. Hey, Carl. And we got Alec. Is Alex back and got Wi-Fi now? Well, I hope it's the internet service and not some kind of hard to pronounce ailment. Is that a good thing out? Did you catch Wi-Fi at the doctor's office? I hate when that. Look, I love catching Wi-Fi at the doctor's office because that's the one good thing you can catch at the doctor's office besides the bills and maybe the nurse's eye. Haha. Anyway, morning part 2, LOL. Good morning, Dawn. Gotta leave at 15, so I think I got to you in time. If not, I will lament it forever. All these people sneezing and hacking 5G all over the place. Oh no, not 5G. Dawn. Morning, all. Good morning, Trelena. I hope you're having a wonderful morning wherever you are. It's a shame you're not cuddled up with your hubby doing unspeakable things. But if you can, at least you're verbally talking to me. So the world is right and just. And good morning from the aforementioned hubby. Happy Monday, folks. Happy Monday, Joe. I hope all your dreams are coming true. And, the cereal goes down easy. Accountability. Again, I need to stop working on everybody else's writing and work on my own. A little louder for the people in the back. You're a good man, Carl, but yes, you do need to work on your stuff. And morning, all. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Joe. Joe, you are a great guy. It's always fun to hear from you. And I haven't run your ad in a while, so I'm going to run your ad for a second because it's a briefie. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Thank you, and I hope you guys got to catch, which I suspect may still be going on, Brian K. Morris's No Warning. I got to catch a bit of it, and then I got called away, so I get to find out if he was okay with me shamelessly promoting. Spoilers, I'm sure he was okay with him. I can speak the English language. With him promoting, with me promoting. Anyway, Trey and Joe again. I almost forgot to put my like on. Please don't forget to like this. Not for my sake, but for yours, because you might summon the specter of Sarah to crack the whip into submission. Well, shoot, I can't say that because then you might not want to like. But please like this video wherever you are. And hi, Carl. Hope you're doing well. And hi, Donna. I always like to take a moment to say hey to Donna, Carlene, because, somewhere in Illinois, it's a little warmer, a little smokier. And some kind of mischief is going down. We all love you, Donna. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, Dawn. Or should I say, the Dawn? Just not the Golden Dawn. Anyway, morning. And we got greetings, and we have accountability working in Dad's studio while listening. Great. Holy moly, that loud greeting scared Calvin. LMAO. Lamau for the more phonetic readers out there. Yes, well, every once in a while, I get a feeling where it's a cold, crisp morning. You may not want to get out of bed. Sometimes you need somebody to fire up those paddles and just shock to your system. And friends here at WNTF, we're happy to provide that service. No Hawaiian shirt. No Hawaiian shirt. I hadn't changed my glasses. It's been a very Monday, but we are keeping it rolling. Hello. I'm surprised you didn't comment about the glasses and the glasses. Well, see, once in a while, friends, I have to leave you these little mysteries to see if you are indeed paying attention. Thanks, Carl, for reminding me. Nick, change your glasses. I have changed my glasses. The neat thing about these are with the reflective font, it flashes the screen in front of me more on my glasses, so it gets close to that anime glow, which, as a geek, I have to appreciate. Listening mode engaged. Well then, Dawn, as you settle down into your snug covers, clutching the oversized coffee into your hand, having the best moments of your life. To my dulcet tones, I hope your happy Monday is just starting off right. And you can find all about Nick's books at indiecd.org/about Nicholas Tockert. Mysterious Illusions Show, and I know who you are, Jay. Why did the Scarecrow win the award at the fair? He was outstanding in his field. I think the ballot, like the Scarecrow, was stuffed. Fake news. It's been a Nick-siding weekend. Oh my gosh, yes. Sunday was spent in the hospital. Saturday was spent... We had a lot of plans that were going to happen, but they didn't. So it was actually Saturday was kind of nice. I got to spend a bit of time with the fam. Hey, BKM, and it's right. You know what? We got BKM in the house. What am I saying? I'm reading the comments like this is normal. Thank you for stopping by, Brian. And promote your stuff. I want to see a link to the terrors in this chat. Hey, BKM, good morning again. Hey, Carl, it's been so long. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Thanks for being on the show this morning. About time we got a little class. Good morning. I'm making bread and finishing a very large critter commission. I am so excited. Is this the secret critter we've been waiting to find out about? Because I am curious. I should mention Grant's work since he's not here. Kickstarter.com/project/Mr. Grantastic Beowulf 1-6 adventure that spans centuries. You should. And you know what? If you choose to, I will promote that Kickstarter. But since you didn't, I won't. Hey, BCam, we got more greetings. BCam. The question for Nick and all, the spears the witches' guards, if they were used... Okay. The spears that the witches' guards used in Wizard of Oz, if they were made as real weapons, would they be too big to be used in combat? I'll have to look them up for you, but likely they're quite viable, as I've been known to handle a spear 9 feet long. Feel free to have fun with that statement. And I've been trained in a style that works around 14-foot long pikes. I have seen them that long and longer, so the length shouldn't be an issue. I'll have to look at the weight distribution, but I just I'll bring up an image during the commercial and glance, and I'll get back to you on that question. Normally a historical fencing guild question, but... Chile says, slamming into the literary wall of no more chapters is awful. Yes, but as a pantser, it means someone else feels my pain. Well, why did you stop? Because there's no story in my head right now. The ultimate Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees in 1 month. Yeah, it's a crossover. It is something else. But I stand in solidarity with your striking beta readers. I hope they win their demands of reading complete documents as well as residuals and accountability for streaming services. I give my beta readers accountability and usually free stuff. I pay them better than Hollywood does. Why am I once again cast as the villain? The Mysterious Illusion Show. I think the spears would be useful still. Yep. Our demands are more chapters and lots of TBK. Just ask. I'll make a deal. You know what? I'll negotiate right here. I've got big cushy pillows we can put on the floor. You guys can cuddle up and read. All set with my laptop or something. And you guys can read. Heck, I'll make you tea for company. Just saying. Brian's painting his protest sign as we speak. Yes, folks, I am opening up the week with a complete, breakdown of order and chaos. And somehow I've yet again cast myself as the villain. The things I do for better fashion and the best intro music. Gosh. Did the Oz book say what metal the spears were? I don't think so. Looking at some of the spears that have been made as final projects on Forged in Fire, while the blade design wasn't as intricate, I would still say, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and I totally agree with Joe. I just normally check the reference. And King, more like court jester. Oh, Luke, don't hand me a straight line like that, my friend. You know I can go with that. But how are you doing, sir? Whoa. Okay, there we go. Good morning, cold but King Samarta. Good. This is your first winter back up since being in the land of Florida, so you have my condolences. I imagine the real spears would be huge. From what I read, the guards were 7-1. Well, okay, that's not too bad actually, because I sword fought with a guy named Magnus up in Michigan about 20 years ago, and he was 7-1. Now, mind you, he had a 5-foot long rapier, but yeah, he was a good guy. Fun thing is, I won too. But if they were 7-1, those spears look in the picture look to be about 6 inches taller than them. No, because if they're 7-1, they're still going to be quite comfortable. They might be unwieldy, but remember, my lovely wife Amanda, that short little librarian's favorite weapon is a 7.5-foot long glaive, which is a short sword, basically on the end of a 6-foot staff with a spike on the end. Blessed is my lovely pole woman who I love, and she is, off doing adventures, but she is warm in my heart. And what can I say? I love a woman who can kick my butt. Accountability. Yes, working on a new piece. Did a show in person, but I didn't get many people, but I did okay. Okay, you're going to have good shows and bad shows. You're going to have shows where you make all the money and shows where you make none. Learn from and enjoy all of them, and you'll stay longer in the field. Good morning, Bonzer Bogle. Over at Radio Retro Future on YouTube. If you like steampunk, please subscribe there. Hello, chat. Been to Spielessen yesterday. The biggest board game convention in the world. I am in envy, sir. Yes, I approve your unsolicited, shameless promotion on my show, just as I know you'll agree with www.risingtide.pub. I have a feeling you'll agree. Wait. Support BKM at risingtide.pub? No, not at all. I would never do that. Hashtag always promote people. Let's see. And hey, guys. Hey, babe. Hi, love. Okay, I'm all excited because Mandy's watching my show. She rarely gets to. She must be hunkered somewhere. Okay. Good morning, Bonserton Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Yes, I got all excited when I saw my wife in the chat. It happens. Coming soon, The Terrors from Rising Tide Publications, Amazon.com/author/Brian K. Morris. Please be advised, use of the terrors may result in sweating, shaking, nerves, lack of sleep, paranoia. Sexual side effects may occur with the using of terrors. If you find yourself aroused for more than 4 hours, please seek medical assistance. Yes, the secret critter is almost finished. I will be able to take pics by Halloween or thereabouts to post them. Oh, yes. I've seen that or longer. Yeah. Let's see. I'll be launching an Indiegogo to pay for editing Mosaic, a collection of my short stories. When you get that launched, let me know. I'll promote the heck of it. Handling your 9-foot spear is bragging, and no wonder you need glasses. No. Here's the fun one. It's my wife's spear. It's hung up in the garage right now. Well, it won't fit in the house real well. Amanda! Yes, see, everyone's happy to see Amanda. I'm breaking Joe. And the Kickstarter is still running for Journey to Elysium, Bonzer Bokel's latest project. Please hit that. I've tried threats with Nerf guns and still can't get immediate next chapters. Well, threats don't work on me. Bribery and threats and intimidation do not work on me. Anyway, no, bribery and then guilt is how to get me to do things. I pay them Hollywood better than Hollywood does. Wasn't that the point of the WGA strike? Yes, and I believe the actors are still striking to try to keep their images from becoming AI, which I do support. All just in this skit / shtick. Put that aside for a moment. I support the efforts of basically everybody striking to get a better piece of the pie, because that's what I'm about. And Donna's greeting Amanda, and Donna's greeting Bonzer. I was in a pike court that used pikes that were literally 2 times my height. Yeah, nice 10-foot pike. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, Cindy, I love you. Amanda, we should have a live beta reading date with real-time reactions. She was just so excited. She typed, I could stage a reading. I'm here. I'm kind of lost. Oz and no Eric Hawkins to reference. No, but Luke Stone, who's in the chat somewhere, did do a really neat take on some of that, if I remember right. I believe that was Cthulhu Invaded Oz or something along those lines. I'm terrible with titles. You could do a live reaction stream. I know a person who could have access a couple of different accounts.
No, I would never plot against you, Nick.
Now, I totally support reasonable strikes, but full-on mutiny? Oh. I feel like my green hood and metal mask is just starting to form around me. Who dares oppose? Do not oppose doom. No, that's fine. We'll see. We'll keep it. Let's see. You need big stumpy robots wielding simple swords and fighting axes against simple spears with illustrated stories. Yes, please do. All on the Zon. And Amanda is 5'3" and fights with a 7.5-foot glaive. It is a thing of beauty. I need to get her to do so more. But I am planning things, because I do have to warn you that the pumpkin invasion is beginning. And soon we may all be called to stand against the force of the pumpkins. Check out the Historical Fencing Guild every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Whoop, hiccups, yep. And Nick has cool art on DeviantArt. Exactly what is the filling of a DeviantArt? And I just flashed back some thinking of long lost friends of mine in high school. I hope you are doing very well wherever you are, doing the kind of art you used to do. I doubt you're watching my show, but if you are, hey. Amy Hales and Rosie's, you should get one from Amazon. Brian K. Morris says, steamed books on Smashwords. I get excited when I see my wife. One of my wife. I can speak the English language. I get excited when I see my wife in the chat too. Terror is a form of excitement. No, just raw delight. Raw, utter delight, friends. And let's see. I was wondering about the spears because I saw the movie look bigger than. I was curious if heavy weapons are hard to manipulate. Not if you're strong. And most of them aren't that heavy and aren't manipulated dramatically. This isn't. That's a better question for the Historical Fencing Guild. Maybe I can get my wife to pull out, because I need to do some recorded videos. I've been meaning to. We might be able to address that. Oh, God, you have to kill time till 6 p.m. to pick up the 2 tattooed fuzz buckets? Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to see you all day. Oh, no. Well, you have fun, get into mischief, and buy things. You know all the rules when shopping. You get all the Batman sound effects on Amazon from Brian K. Morris. Size of love. When Nick talks about how he has affection for his wife and the length of the things in the same conversation. Hi, man. Well, like all the great people in my life, she is inspirational. Sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter. Absolutely, please do. You're doing great, Amanda. Thanks for taking care of those babies. Yes. And Bear Publications has set fun sci-fi at bearpublications.com. And Animal Eye merch at Etsy. And, hey, Woke Breaker, long live the porcupine. Hey, the porcupine is glorious. I can bring him, in a little bit, I can make him become a pop-up thing. Because Cleon's a good guy. His name, what was his name? I know he's a quill mage, but yes, the porcupine is awesome. And if you don't know, you have to watch my live stream. Now, Saturday, this weekend, I did not do an art stream because Wednesday I had time and y'all abandoned me. So I ended up the Nevermind the Furthermore with about 2 hours worth of art time with Nick on Wednesday, and that worked kind of nice. Good morning, Woke. Pops has a Kickstarter running to fund a Roku channel so he can get more bandwidth for indie comics. Yep. Go support that too, because Pops is trying to do a lot of great things. Can we do a sword-wielding anthropomorphic buff rooster in a ninja outfit? Not on this program, but the next time I'm doing art time with Nick, if you ask, stranger things can happen. Or, see, it's Monday, and on Monday and Friday, I cut off fairly strictly at 11 because I don't want to overrun Nita and Daphne's Indie Comics Network show, the Raging 2 blogs, because I respect them. And, courtesy is something that is rather lacking, so I try to extend it where I can. Royal Cruise Art has fun artwork on ArtStation, Subscribestar, and DeviantArt. I subscribe to him on DA. He's a great artist. Have fun. Get him know. And great time for a new PFP. Be right back. All right. Pikes were a little hard to wield, not because of the weight, and I'm a little squirt, but because of getting leverage. Absolutely. If you can find it, believe it or not, one of the best, I'm crossing the streams again, but one of the best articles you'll ever see on pike fighting, it comes out for the individual. Group pike fighting is a whole different thing. It was much more stationary. But if you want a more mobile fighting style with a pike or long spear, look up Wing Chun Long Pole. Kung Fu Tai Chi had a delightful article about it. I've heard a rumor that someone may have pirated, taken pictures and scanned the whole article somewhere, but I can neither confirm nor deny that on a public broadcast. And Victoria Adams has help for caregivers. Does my wife's library sell magic trick books like books from David Copperfield's Chris Angel? Sell? No. I believe they do have some magic trick books in the nonfiction section, which is probably accessible. Most libraries do, and if they don't, speak to the librarian and politely request them. They may be able to acquire them for you. If you wish to learn more magic tricks or find access to good places to get them, speak to Richard Asplin. Richie he used to work at a magic shop. Hey Woke, Heroic Trolls, Pangea, and Cursed Cocktails are all from SL Roland. He does a lot of neat stuff. New profile picture. Yay! Awesome. Awesome, Alec. Keep it up. Damian Walgreens redesigns websites. And let's see. Des Moines Comic and Toy Show Halloween event, October 28th and 29th. I'll be there. You should be there too. And if you're in that area, you should. Callie is bugging me already. Well, Callie's getting ahead of themselves. Ye Old Dragons has a new anthology about swamp monsters. I love swamp monsters as much as I love swamp witches and swamp mermaids. Dig around in my art, you'll find some of those. Oh yeah, he's being proactive towards lunch today. My poor cats are freaking out because Mandy took the two little ones away in the morning. And my big boys were asleep, so they've been running to all the windows trying to find them. It's sad, but ultimately adorable. Denver Martinez does his own art as well as Animalized colors. Cindy, be sure to submit the conventions you're going to the DCB calendar too. There's a link near the calendar for the main page that allows people to submit stuff. Skunk Rock does voice acting, and that's look for Kyle Guthrie on Facebook, I believe. Check out John B. Pica's Tales of the Decoverse. Okay, I was wondering because I asked my local library and they had none there. Well, then you politely request to see if they will order some, and if it's in their budget, they may be able to. You also should be able to get something called an interlibrary loan. If you ask for that, they may be able to check them out to you from another library that will ship it to your library. Not all libraries are on that system, but it is something to look to. Tune into Nerd Culture, another great name. I have no idea, it was many years ago. For some reason, Nitsu is vibing with orange backgrounds recently. So is Tatya, character I made. Keep it up. You're going to find what flows artistically with you and what makes good things happen. Amazon's invade Joe's small publisher desk. Yes. Sorry, I got comment dump and it scrambled that. Yes. You can find the Amazonian Wrestling Federation on the stuff by from the desk of a small press publisher. Sorry, my sequencer was not going to publish that, was not going to process that real well. Let's see. When the kids come back, there will be much sniffing. Ew, doctor office stink. Yeah, they will get caged up so that they don't lick the wounds. And it will be an interesting few days while we juggle everybody's arrangements. But then everybody will be better and healthier, and they'll do so well. Author Michaela Jade has all the warriors, and they're a lot spicier than you think. They have wings and tails. Joe Bachman, I'll check it out. Hybrids hanging with Luke Stone. Absolutely. Through Luke or I are the only person you can get copies of Storming the Gates of Heck Episode 1. It is a great game. It is set in the Hybrids universe, but it plays independently. Just a great introduction to the base +2 system, which game design happens when it's cold. So more of that will happen once I wrap up my current book, Haints and Hellfire, and my latest book, Through the Thinning Veil, gets sold. Eric Hawkins deals with zombies invading Oz. Yes, he does. Stormgate Press has all the rewards. Nick should dress as the guy from Forging Fire that does the strength test. I know who you mean, and I could probably pull it off. I'd have more fun being Doug Marcaida because he's a personal hero / inspiration, and it will kill. But you're right. I can see the appearance there. I believe Joe concurs. But speaking of magic, I found a beautiful book by David Copperfield. It was on the history of magic. Less than $10 at Barnes & Noble. Soft pages, lots of pictures. I've seen that volume. I saw it recently. I'm not sure where. Let's see. Oh, it is time for another ad. So I'm going to run one. And since it is definitely spooky season, let me remind you of another spooky subject. Yeah, so no, I totally wasn't grooving out to that in any way, shape, or form. And no, I have never gone, I'm going to run this ad because I want to listen to the music. No, that's never happened. What are you saying? Speaking of people saying things, Brian Rodman has angelic memoirs with nebulizers. And Joe Bachman says he would be good at that since he is a sword master. I think Doug would be a good one for him to dress up to. See? Great minds. Carl checked the cover. From what I saw, David signed 400 copies of the book. Sidney Koepp, don't do that to me. Don't you do that. I'm not reading that first word. I'm not reading that first part. I'm going to say check with Bobby Nash for more details because he has his. I'm not reading it.
I'll read it.
I don't.
It's snowing.
Thanks, I will. I love when I can get that slight non sequitur that makes perfect sense if you're following the conversation. But just this deadline, thanks, I will. As Carl turns off towards the edge of town, his long trench coat blowing in the wind. Anyway, Ren Million has Kentucky brown coats, and she is just an amazing person. One of those great people eyes end up missing like ships passing in the night. Teresa Dunn has poetry, and I believe that's on Amazon. Rick Bradley gets spooky all the time. Clayton Murrow makes heroes. Life on Korra is curious. Life on Korra is beautiful. Any place that has four-eyed, six-legged space chameleons with dementia. Oh, it's so good to be home. One of these days, I'm going to draw the humanoid version of Benville just because I think it's delightful. No joke, Carl. My mom gets mad at me for buying magic spunk. I spent $400. Wow. I think it might be time for you to scale back and consider just mastering a few really good tricks and put some of that money away to do other things with, maybe a travel fund or something. I think from what I found, the best magicians are the ones who can use simple gimmicks to great effect. Talent in magic is not something one buys at the end of the day. It's something one invests in. It's like swordsmanship. You can buy the fanciest, most beautiful sword out there, but if you don't train, you don't put in the hours, you don't focus your time and energy into that, it's useless in your hand. Yes, the Mad Gasser cheerleader comes out of many years of study and psychopathology. Thank you for that pathology at the end. I thought Carl was going to come out as a psychopath. No, Indie Author Book Expo is looking for sponsors to get a bookstore open. And cheerleaders get mad about cats. Yes, they often do. Thanks for the plug, Nick. The editor has the model and kind of playtesting it. I will be moving forward soon. Issue 5 and Lamau. Thanks, Joby. No, good for you. Just good for you. Yeah. Anyway, go to Patreon where you can connect with assorted artistic sorts. That's right. Just finished The Mad Gasser Cheerleader the other night. Great book. Thank you. Donna has spicy tales. Yes, she does. Holy crab cakes, Jake. Master that which you have. Exactly. Yeah, for the tricks I do, the 6 individual on one routine, it's expensive, LOL. Yeah. Simmer down on the purchase. Just master it. The other thing I would say, because I've asked a lot of magicians, I've talked to them, I say master the little tricks, because the things that get people are a mastery of sleight of hand more than anything else. The simple cup and ball tricks, the card manipulation, the things you can just learn are the ones that get people. Because doing a trick on stage with an elaborate equipment is one thing. Doing a trick with something that people believe isn't gaffed, this far apart and just making it happen before their eyes, that's what mastery is. I'm going to give you guys a secret. I'm going to give you one of the greatest secrets I know. And I know most of you won't even believe it. Mastery is not being able to do the greatest, most elaborate thing in any art form or skill set. Mastery is a complete embracing and understanding of the rudiments. You can make it go fundamentally. You understand the whys. Every time that I've had a health issue and I've had to restart my physical training, I've learned a new approach. I've gotten better understanding, far more from truly analyzing the basics of any art, more than chasing the fine stuff. If you want to be a writer, you do not need a fancy word programming online subscription. You need a word processing program that might help you with some spelling and grammar, and you need to write. A basic understanding of grammar is nice. A basic understanding of story format, also nice. You might want to read The Hero's Journey, but you don't need a lot of tricks. You just need to tell the story. You want to do art. I've learned far more and done most of my best art has started its life with a Bic .07 pencil, the little cheap ones, mechanicals that people throw away, and then some kind of fairly reliable pen. Has done some of my best artwork ever on printer paper. Digital, I am so excited on that, guys, because I can't wait to see Paint, MS Paint, getting layers. I think it's going to hit the public in December. Right now, the function is being essentially dev tested around. I would love to get my paws on a version of that just because of who I am. Because then people will have an in-suite, easy access program to learn the rudiments of digital art. It doesn't take a lot of tools. It takes the right tool and a lot of time. The first actual book I've read that wasn't a programming book in the better part of a decade. Going to start the second book soon. Kick butt. Mosaic, a collection of short stories, will be coming soonly, hopefully by year's end. I can't wait till it gets here. LOL, Cindy. Now I'm picturing, says Carl, a cheerleader with gas trying to do her choreography without embarrassment. That's why the music is so loud. Because there's no way they're doing some of those motions without squeezing out a toot or two. I'm sorry, it's basic mechanics. Nick, my dear friend, I snagged through the thinning veil. We'll be diving into that later today. Yes! Thank you, Brian Rodman, for buying my book. And guys, I do a little happy dance every time I find out somebody did my book. Every time somebody did my book. Everybody sometime read my book or bought my book. I look like, yeah. Every time I find out, I do a little happy dance. Buy your stuff from people who do a jig when you buy. I'm serious. What people who it matters, shop small. We will soon have to talk about the holidays. For me, Halloween is still considered a holiday. Deal with it. But I am going to start now with the shop small, shop local, shop with your friends. And I'm also going to say, shut up, Mariah. It's not time. Back in the box. Thanksgiving's still a thing. That's right. I said it. And I will stand by it. Testing out new dragon patterns. I'm doing the mutations of one dragon to make it wrapped around a... Oh, you magnificent woman. That's delightful. That is so delightful. Okay, and... wait, Nick. Okay, we got that. How did it burp? Okay, I'm just gonna. Did you know the Wizard of Oz? The Wizard of Oz was originally to be a magician. Cool. Shadow Fist Kung Fu and Tai Chi did a parade and demo past weekend. Try out any Kung Fu and Tai Chi classes for free for a week. Oh, that is delightful. On that subject, my buddy Bladed Thesis. He goes by another handle I can't pronounce most of the time because of my speech impediment. I've been given permission to stick with Bladed Thesis. He found a wonderful version of the Tai Chi short form for cane. Now, it's not with the cane in that they are using the cane combatively, not as a support. But it's still delightful because the first thing I said when I saw the full Tai Chi form, there's a motion called parting the wild horse's mane. And I went, that's a sword style, and they're unsheathing it. And I was right to the people who needed to hear that. Charcoal's in the window now, staring at me. I guess it's Kitty. Lunchtime now. See everyone Wednesday. Laters all. Bye. We love you. I should see if Calvin is drugged. Donna to the lunch plate. Everyone have a great day. You too. No, it's not. It's not. You know what? I don't want to yuck your yum. You can have fun with it, but you're not going to yum my yuck either. So I'm not. No. Nope. We're going to run an ad instead. What one should I run? You know what? Cindy's here, and she's been promoting everybody. I'm going to run her ad. See, I'm finishing out my newsletter today where I talk about my perspective on where is God in our pain. I talk about recent loss of my sweet Luna Baby a couple weeks ago and try to make some sense of it and help others along the way. Coming out later today. Brian, what could you please put the link to your newsletter in there, or at least message it to me? Because I need to. That's one I need to sign up for. I have a few I need to sign up for that I realize I haven't. Tell that fat man to stay in his lane. Love you, dear. All the love in the world. We're Thanksgiving defenders around here. It's cold, so nope. Yucking yum and yucking yum and yuck and yucking yum sounds like a Three Stooges skit. I don't know what you're talking about. Walmart celebrates it starting in September to get you to spend more money. I'm part of a competition for Shadow Fist. Yes, I'll be practicing a few forms. Fan, one of two non-weapon forms, and push hands. Fixed step, meaning you have to unbalance your opponent without moving your feet. Less likely to do for my hip to do something stupid. To get ready for next June. Excellent. It is still Leafy Moss season, and if you have not had a invitation to the Leafy Moss folder, please reach out to me, probably via Facebook. And if that is something that is in line with what you want to do, especially if you have donations, there will be more added in as I find where my PDFs got put. And we will go into that. Leafy Moss is the celebration of exchanging ebooks with your friends so that they have things to read during the cold season when you're all too broke to be able to afford to give each other hard copy books. It extends from I want to say September 28th all the way to November 7th. Link to the sign up for my newsletter is It is BrianRodman.com. It's my homepage. Excellent, guys. That's how we get it. Leafy Moss folder is just delightful. And listen to this. Trelano says, Leafy Moss is the season of fall, of cryptic winds, of whispers of possibilities, and of spices of safety. Oh, that kind of poetry is absolutely my jam, Trey. Just melt me like butter while you're at it. I think my bread just went ding. Be right back. Honey, I think my bread went ding listening to Trey's explanation on the glory of Leafy Moss. But in all seriousness, I love Halloween. Honestly, I do. It's just too intense for me, so that's why I celebrate. I get you. This is all tongue-in-cheek and fun. That's what she does. There are reasons why I love that woman so much. Trelana is my favorite woman I am not related to. And the bread did ding. It just isn't ready yet. Well, I hope it gets ready soon. I have to add more stuff to the Leafy Moss folder. I really do. Thank you for the reminder. But we are well over the hour, and I do not want to get too much into Nita and Daphne's shows. Plus, very soon I will have to do my son's homeschooling. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run a couple ads real quick. I'll give you guys a chance to wrap up anything you need to say. Say your goodbyes, say your hellos, and I will see you all Wednesday for the next Nevermind the Furthermore. But let's get some ads.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley. Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4. And Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
All right, folks, it's been a great program. We'll hit the last couple of comments. And sorry, I jumped in so late. I'll be here on Wednesday, though, since I didn't have time for doctor's appointment. Have a fantastically creative day. Brian, it's okay. I'm just glad whenever anybody comes in the show. You have a great one. And Halloween can be more violent. That's why you just have to curate your experience. I don't watch excessively violent programs. I do stuff that's fun for me, and I ignore the rest. It's the best way to go. But we will see you all Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Until then, keep writing, keep creating, keep making things, because you can always edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. Toodles, folks.